Hi, I'm Olajide Oyekola. We'll be starting the tutorial on video editing using Adobe Premiere Pro today. Let me quickly do little introduction about Premiere Pro. Premiere Pro is a leading editing software that is used in the industry, both in television production and film industry. It is used for video editing and it has other packages that come with it. In the course, you will learn how to edit video or film, as you may call it. Immediately you open your project, you will either select from any of the existing projects to continue your work, or you click on new project. You give your project a name. These are other settings like selecting a particular place where the project will be saved. Then when that is done, when you click on this browse, it will take you to a particular space in your system to create where you want the project to be saved. Then these are the other settings. For the sake of the tutorial, we will leave it like this. Then you select OK after you have given your project a name. As you select your OK, it will bring you to the topic for today: introduction to the Premiere Pro interface. This is your Adobe Premiere Pro interface. This is your project media bin. This is your effect control, source monitor, audio mixer. Then this is your program source monitor. Now, to import your materials. One of the way to import your materials is that you can right click on your material on your bin and select import to bring in your materials. Another way of importing your materials is click and drag your materials on your media bin. Another way to import is go to your file, select import, then go to where the file is in your system, select it and select open. Now the next thing to do is creating your sequence. One of the way to create your sequence is that you come to your media bin here, you right click on the materials and select new sequence from the clip. Another way to do that, to create your sequence, is go to your file and go to your file, select new, then come down to sequence. Then you give your sequence a name, just as you give your project a name. Then these are different formats that you could select while creating your sequence to fit into your materials. So for the purpose of the tutorial, I will select DV/PAR, then widescreen. Then you select OK. Your sequence is created. Now, this is your project media bin. This is your sequence. I call sequence a kitchen where food is cooked. That is what I call my sequence, because it is where you cut your materials to remove what it is not needed and add what is needed to your materials for your production purpose, to get whatever you need in your production. Editing is basically remove and add. So this is your timeline. This is your effect control. It has many settings in order to adjust your brushes depending on what you want. And from your effect control, you can also animate your materials by keyframing. This is your source monitor. It is from your source monitor you can preview whatever materials you have in your project media bin. Then this is your audio mixer. In the interface, we also have color, where you color grade your materials. You color grade your materials depends on what you want. Now this is a larger effect control interface in Adobe Premiere Pro, where you select different effects to suit your materials for both audio and video. This is your audio interface where you alter your audio to suit in your purpose. Then this is graphics interface. At the graphics interface, you have many templates that come with Adobe Premiere Pro. When you pick any of them and drag on your materials in your timeline, you can double click on the materials, edit it depending on what you want to write or what your story is all about. Then the effect that originally come with the materials will be automatically adapted to your own text that you have changed to. And here is where you can change the text. You can alter the text, changing the font to whatever you you want, changing the font to suit your own purpose. Then this is your timeline. As I said, it is where you cook your material, where you cook your production. So let's go back to editing interface. It is always good when you want to continue your editing, you come back to editing interface, especially when you want to cut on your timeline. This is another effect page where you select your effect. This is transition. You click and drop it. You can see we are cooking everything on the timeline. We pick and bring down to timeline. This is a film dissolve. We pick and bring to the timeline. That is why I call it a kitchen. It is where your food, your production is cooked. You have history. Instead of Ctrl Z to undo, you can come to your history and just click to where you want to undo to. In our next class, we will dwell more on timeline, how to use the timeline, then the function of these tools, how to use some of these tools, Thank you. I'm Olajide Oyekola. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, turn on your notification button and like so that as I keep uploading, you will keep seeing the new materials. In our next class, look up to working on your timeline.